This video describes one case of where the missing pieces in the Cologne edition of the Vacaspatyam can be corrected or have correction suggestions based on the Tirupati edition of Vacaspatyam. Here in this top window are the batch of 500 through 599 of missing data lines in the Cologne edition of Vacaspatyam. I've already corrected the first one, and now I'll describe how the second one can have a suggestion for how to correct this text that was marked as unreadable. From this line number 108,480 of the Vacaspatyam edition, which is the line where this occurs, here is the Vacaspatyam Cologne edition. If I go to 108,480, see, there's the line. Now we don't know yet where this is in the Tirupati edition, but if we look in the comp7 file, it shows us where it is. It's 44,987 through a few more. Now, so that's good so far, but we still don't really have a correspondence between the lines of the Cologne edition and the text of the Tirupati edition, since the Tirupati edition doesn't show where the line breaks in the text are. So there's a file, there's a program which is running in Python right now in Emacs, and there's a function match1 lnumPrint, which if I put this line number where the error is, 108,480, and I'll get a comparison of the two lines. So I've got in memory the Tirupati edition file, the Cologne edition file, and the file which shows the correspondence between headword lines of the two. And if I run that program, I get this output, which we can read as follows. This first line, 108,478 of Ekaja, in the Cologne edition, we can see that this is the same data as on this line. Starts with Ekaja, and it ends with Majjate, as we see in the file for Cologne edition. But I've taken out all the markup, and I've also taken out some other things, spaces, dashes, numbers, and so forth. I've squashed this line into this. Now if I do the same squashing for the corresponding lines for Ekaja in the Tirupati edition, I get a big long string that's not broken up, so I take out all the markup, and I can match this Cologne edition line to the first however many characters that is of the squashed Tirupati edition, so those lines match. Similarly, the second line matches. Now here on the third is where our problem line is, in where we had some missing text. Now if we examine this data, we see that it's basically the same except till down here, and we seem to have an extra U in the Cologne edition based on the Tirupati edition's rendering. So I can represent that as a correction suggestion here in the missing file. And since it's an extra character, I think I'll put the whole thing and remove the U there. And that's a correction suggestion for this missing data based upon the Tirupati edition's data. So I'll end this tutorial or video right here, and things can be more complicated than they seemed in this example, and the next 2 or 3 videos will discuss those other complications.